morning everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Kaya and today I want to just start a little series about like different recommendations in Milan in terms of food, coffee, bars, aperitivo, dessert. I wanted to make like a series of videos about that, and I know that I can't fit everything into one video, so I'm gonna split it up. So today I'm gonna do like coffee and dessert, and then my next video would be like pizza and pasta. I'll do like an aperitivo and bars one, and then I don't know, something else until I get through them all because I can't fit them all into one video. So today is going to be the coffee and dessert one, and I have a couple of recommendations that I really am excited to recommend you guys. And I've had a couple of you ask like what's the best place to eat, where's the best place to get coffee, what's the student nightlife like in Milan in Italy. So yeah, I wanted to start this little series in response to those questions, and in the hope that it can help some of you guys who might be visiting Milan or are studying there like I did. So in terms of coffee and cafes and things like that, what I would do most of the time is just go to like the local coffee shop down the road, because in Milan it's like they have bars, so you might have a bar on every corner, on every street for example, and they all, you know, all the coffee is quite good. The standard is quite high wherever you go in Milan, but there were a couple of places that really stood out to me, whether it was because their coffee was really good or because the experience was really good, the atmosphere was really good. So yeah, I would say though there are like a few really good places that do really good coffee in Milan, I would say more so I'm going to be recommending you guys places for the experience more so than anything, because the coffee is quite good wherever you go. However, there was one place called Cafe Napoli, which I would say the coffee outweighs anything that I had in Milan. They have different ones around Milan. They've got one in Via Torino, which is like the main shopping street. They've got one in Brera, and I believe there's another one as well in Milan, but it's kind of like a chain of coffee shops. But I would say my favorite one that I went to was the one in Brera, because Brera is one of my favorite areas in Milan. It's quite trendy, it's quite upmarket. It's really fun to just like go there and walk around because there's so much to see, and everything that you see is so beautiful, because compared to the main city, like the main center of Milan, Brera is quite, I guess, trendy. It's a bit more, I guess, not alternative, but like upmarket. They have a lot of the expensive stores there, like designer stores. They've got a lot of like alternative boutiques, vintage kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed going there just to like have a look at everything. So when you get coffee there, it's like you get the whole experience. You get the good coffee, you get the passion and enthusiasm from the waiters and baristas. You also get that atmosphere, that environment as well, that makes it all the more worth it when you're having coffee there. So in Cafe Napoli, the exclusive blend that they use is, I believe, 80% cremoso and 20% robust. So cremoso is I believe a characteristic of Neapolitan coffee tradition, hence the cafe name Cafe Napoli. And if you didn't know, cafe in Italian means coffee. What I really enjoyed about Cafe Napoli is that you get that really, I guess, ritualistic experience. You get that passion, that aroma, also that amazing tasting coffee. And I find that wherever I go, wherever I am in the world, that's what I'm kind of seeking for. That's what I'm looking for when I get a coffee. I want that whole experience. I don't just want to get a coffee. I want to people watch. I want to look around. I want to see the passion coming from the baristas and the waiters. So I feel like you really get that when you go to Cafe Napoli. So I would really recommend it. And Brera is such a beautiful area. Like I said, there's so much to see. So you can have your coffee and then walk around, go shopping, have a look at everything, and yeah, you'll have a really good day for sure. The next one that I'm going to talk about is Ten Corso Como, which is located on the Green Line, so in Moscova, I believe. Yeah, and you walk down the main street and it's kind of like, it's a pretty busy street. There's always people walking up and down the road, because not only do they have great coffee, but you're surrounded by greenery that kind of shades the whole area from, I guess, the hustle and bustle of the busy street outside. So you walk in there and you just feel like an instant sense of calm. And they have these beautiful round tables with ceramic tops. So they're like hand painted ceramic tops. And what the coolest thing about this place is that it's not only a cafe, but it's this beautiful courtyard attached to this bookstore and gallery. So the idea itself, I believe, was actually coined by a former fashion editor, Carla Sozzani, I believe her name is. And her idea behind this concept was to create, I guess, a virtual narrative for people that go there to be able to indulge in literature and magazines and art and design and all of these things that I guess make up that experience of going to a cafe, having a coffee, and having that added, I guess, element that makes it have that point of difference. And it's a really beautiful place to go, and it was just the most beautiful place, the most beautiful atmosphere. It's so quiet. It's like this hidden treasure. Like, you walk through the walkway and you're not expecting to see something so beautiful, and then you're just all of a sudden surrounded by all these trees and plants and in this beautiful courtyard, and people like live in the apartments that surround it and actually look down into the courtyard. And it's honestly so beautiful. You guys have to go there and try it if you are visiting Milan. It's really easy to get to as well. On the metro, it's right near Moscova metro line, like I said. Yeah, so definitely give that one a try. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Lou Bar. Now this is one that I went to on one of the very first days in Milan. I remember my buddy, because I signed up to this buddy program as part of my university course, and my buddy had given me all these recommendations for cafes and restaurants and bars and everything like that, and this place was one on his recommendations list. And I remember going there and just being so in awe of how beautiful it was. It's another, I guess, out of the way hidden gem. So it's not like in the main city area or anything like that. It's a little bit out, it's a little bit further out. I believe it's on the Red Line. It's either Porta Venezia or the one after that. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's pretty easy to get to on the metro, or you can just walk there from the center in like half an hour, 20 minutes or something. And you walk in there and it's like, I think it's actually attached to a gallery or a museum or something like that. And when I arrived in Milan, it was February, so it was their, I guess, winter spring fashion week, and there were a lot of people that would come there after fashion shows to have their coffee and things like that, because it's just so beautiful. And I know like a lot of the a lot of the influencers would get photos in there for Instagram because it's so beautiful. It's like another one of those, there's lots of plants and it's very, I guess, whimsical and quiet and really relaxing, kind of casual but also trendy vibe. So one thing that goes hand in hand with coffee is dessert, obviously. So I want to give you my top 3 favorite dessert places in Milan. And the first one that you absolutely have to try is Amu, which they serve cannoli, which I don't know if you know what cannoli is, but it's like those, they're traditionally from Sicily, and they're like those cones, and they're about this long, and they're filled with like whipped ricotta cream, and they flavor it with various things, whether it's like pistachio or chocolate or vanilla or coconut or whatever. They have so many different ones, and then they dip the ends of the ricotta in like nuts or chocolate or whatever you want. They have so many different flavors, but it's like the traditional Sicilian dessert that you have to try, and it's so good. I think you can walk there from the Duomo. It's like right behind It's like right behind the Duomo on the yellow line, I believe, but you can walk there in like 10 minutes from the Duomo anyway. I'm pretty sure they actually have a couple of stores around Milan, but yeah, definitely try that one out. Highly recommend. So the next one I'm going to recommend you guys is in the Ticinese area. So as you're coming back from the city, the Ticinese area is like I guess attached to the same road after Colonna di San Lorenzo, which, yeah, there's like a lot of vintage stores and things like that, and they have this amazing crepe place, and they do the best crepes ever. You can get like Nutella filling, or you can get like white chocolate, strawberries, so many different things, but they're so Moorish, they're delicious. You have to try it. And I believe it's called Le Colonne Gelateria, which is characteristic obviously of its location in Colonna di San Lorenzo. And actually Colonna di San Lorenzo as well, a lot of people gather there on like a Friday or Saturday night, and it's like a massive student area, so you can go and get your crepe and then go and sit at the Colonna with your friends, have a beer, blah blah blah, and it's the best ever. I love. So the last one I'm going to talk about is obviously gelato, and if you want the best gelato, I believe it's called Casa Infante. It's on Via Torino. I can't remember the name of it, but there's always a line outside of it, and they have like this massive glass thing, you know, like gelato places do, but it's so big. They have so many different flavors, but you have to try the pistachio one. That was definitely one of my faves. You can get your gelato in your cup or your cone and walk up to the Duomo, have a nice night out, after dinner have a walk, and yeah, it's great. So that's where I'm going to end this video today, guys. I really hope it was helpful and you enjoyed it. You got some good recommendations, and look forward to the next ones, because I'm going to be talking about the best places to get pizza and pasta, the best bars, aperitivo, which is like the highlight of Milan. You have to go to aperitivo while you're there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to all of those videos coming up in this series, and yeah, subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.